work on is to make your life easier, right? So we're trying to look at the jobs that are executed on a daily basis and see how can we make this more effective, or how can we make this easier and faster so that you spend less time doing it and have better results out of it. So as an example, we actually released this first for our internal team, and they used the email generator to actually craft an email that was very successful at recovering debt that was over 60 days overdue. So it's a really powerful tool. You just need to really get used to incorporating into your day-to-day tool set. So moving on from this.
And
Oh,
actually,
sorry. Yeah.
Ricardo, before you like move on, I mean, a lot of us at ezyCollect take AI for like granted, but can you kind of explain, in your words, what does AI actually mean when it comes to, uh, you know, ezyCollect?
Well, AI can be incorporated in many different ways. The one that we're talking about is generative AI, which is basically a sort of AI that can help you create content and create and get insights from existing information that's available. And for ezyCollect, there are many ways we can use that. And the first one, which is generating emails, but we'll also give you a little of an idea of how do we plan on incorporating this through ezyCollect, but most of all to help you with your accounts receivable
Yeah.
jobs and processes. Yeah.
Yeah, and just while you get the like demo ready, for me, Ricardo, the big reason why I'm personally excited about this is we know how busy and how stressed our sort of accounts receivables, credit managers, financial controllers are when it comes to trying to get paid on time. And our mission's always been to help make your life easier, less stress with having 0 days late. And if we can use technology to help you save 5 minutes, to do things a bit faster and a bit smarter, this is why we're excited about it. This is why we spend resources building this. We're not doing AI for the sake of AI. We're doing it because we think it actually can be useful in your day-to-day roles. So yeah, I think that's the why for me, Ricardo.
Perfect. Yeah. I think a lot of times people underestimate how stressful that job is, right? If you're not the one chasing and doing it, how bad it can get. So here we are at the login page. You can see we prepared a little bit of a robot here for the login page, and I'll just show you how you can access and use the feature. So once you log in into, of course, this is our webinar file, you can just go into any customer. In this case, I'll just go to Mills, Trump, and Patel. And then once you are in here, you see that there is a new button here. You're saying create AI-powered email. So these are for the emails that you're generally doing a manual chase, right? So there is a situation, maybe the automated reminders have not been effective so far, and you just feel like you need to intervene and send a manual email. And then once you click it, you see that there is a prompt asking you why. So this is just feeding information so the AI knows kind of what to build. So I'll give you an example. I have a prompt that I saved here. So the first one is this customer is approaching 60-day overdue, which by our company's rules will get them into credit hole, so they won't be able to purchase anymore. And what I really want from them is just an update on the outstanding invoices and when they're planning to pay us, right? Then you can also choose the tone of the email. This is a very serious situation because it's been quite a long time, so I'll put it polite but firm. And then you can use, tell the AI at which accounting data you would want to see in the email as well. In this case, I'll say, for example, the customer business name would like to be there, and the overdue invoice table, because that's the main problem that I'm having with the customer. You click generate template. The robot will welcome you and hover around for a little bit while the AI is generating, and then it starts showing you what it came up with. Now, see, it add a little bit of urgency to this. It trying to be polite, saying, "Hey, we understand things can happen. Yeah, unexpected circumstances can happen, but you really we're really expecting that payment for continuing our relationship. I won't read through the entire email, but you get the idea. Sometimes it might not generate something that you like, but you can just ask them to regenerate it. So you can just say, hey, can you make it a bit shorter, for example? The template was too long. It's just not going to be read. So
I
I
like,
can
Ricardo, how
interact.
you're being. I like how you're being polite and you're saying, "Can you please make it shorter?" This is AI, and you find a lot of people say please and thank you to the AI, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's quite interesting.
yeah. I think you always treat, well, I would say people, but like maybe in this case, everything well. So yeah, so see, it made it a much more concise version. Then you can just click use this template. Now this is the moment you can edit anything. Maybe you didn't like something that some part of the text or some merge field you would like to accounting data that you want to be different or do you want to add. Quick preview, it shows you basically what it came up with, so you can see what the customer is going to look at. And then you just go ahead and click send. It will send the email through. So yeah, that's the demo. It's a really quick and simple one, but it's actually very powerful. And it's first helps you. Sometimes there are bits of tricky situations where you don't know where to start from, like how to deal with a client, and you can just work with the AI and tell the AI, say, hey, I'm having this problem. And the AI will help you, at least at the worst case scenario, get a starting point. So it's really about incorporating into your tool set with the automated reminders with all that ezyCollect has, so that you always have a way to reach and connect to your customer and make sure that you can always be polite and friendly and get your payments, get your money back. Um, that's it. So now I'm gonna hand over. Oh, sorry. Before I hand over, I'm just gonna go quickly through what are the next things that we're planning within the AI module. AJ, if you have any comments, just jump in. Yeah. Um, so the next three things that we're looking again, and like I mentioned before, it's all about making your life easier. So looking at the jobs that are being frequently executed and finding a way to make it more efficient and more effective, right? So the first one is similar to what you're seeing, but helping you craft email replies. So maybe you sent an email, customer replied, you don't know exactly how to reply to them. And then you can just, take that email and the AI will help you craft the reply, including your the accounting data and everything that you need, the tone that you want and everything else. The second one is a complementary to the ezyCollect call task part of the workflow, where it helps you prepare for a call. So it's saying, oh, I'm making this call. This is the situation of the client. Like, can you help me create a script so I can be effective at collecting or getting the information that I want from the customer. So then you can again have a little bit of a conversation with the AI until you get to a place where, okay, I'm happy with this. Give them a call and just go to the script to have more efficient conversations. And
Actually,
the third
Ricardo,
one,
so Ricardo, just because
yeah,
the third one, really important on the cold script is during these tough times, we're going through potentially coming into a recession, potentially people can have cash flow issues more and more. Part of the cold script generation is also taking into account these macro factors and saying, hey, maybe you can't pay a $10,000 invoice today, but do you want to set up a payment plan over 5 installments? And have a deposit today of this much and a final payment of this much. And can you help me set up a payment plan seamlessly? So what we're doing here is having a cold script generation with the ability to have some actionable items to say, okay, click here and actually have a payment plan set up using the ezyCollect payments module. So it's not just about saying, hey, I'll help you have a conversation, but then here's the action that'll follow that, all with a single step. I'd love to show that to you right now, but we won't have time in the next few minutes around payment plans. But that's a really interesting part of the product that's linked to the call script generation as well. Sorry, Ricardo, that was just, I think, an important point to add.
yeah, no, that's great. But you're giving sneak peeks on other features that we haven't shown yet. And yeah, we'll keep it will come. Like we'll have another one just to talk about payment plans. Um, And the last one is dispute resolution assistant. Again, which is within the similar realm of jobs. Disputes happen. They're unfortunate. So you could potentially feed them the AI with some emails, some outcomes that you're looking for, and just finding out, working with the AI to understand what is the way that you can best approach that customer in order to get the outcome that you want. It depends what it is, but most generally would be to resolve that dispute and finalize the payment so that everyone is happy, whether there is some product needs to be returned or everything is okay. It depends on each situation. Each situation is unique, and this is why this kind of AI is really interesting, because it can adapt to very specific scenarios that you have, as opposed to having a solution that just does one thing, right? So the more you talk to it and give more information to it, the better it can actually help you structure a plan on how you can resolve the dispute, for example, in this case.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Ricardo, just
AJ.
keep sharing. I don't think we're going to have too much time here because we have a minute and a half left, and
Mm-hmm.
we promised it to be a 15-minute webinar. So I just want to talk about the three things, and I'll show you number three. I won't show you number one and two because we won't have time. But just, if we have a takeaway, I think the first thing about using AI is make it a habit. And when I say have the tab open, whether you're using ezyCollect, that can be the tab you have open, or if you don't use ezyCollect, OpenAI has something called ChatGPT. I think most people probably have heard of the term GPT or ChatGPT. There are lots of AI tools out there. Google has something called Bard. If you're a Microsoft person, you can use Bing, that has something on Microsoft Edge that you can use as well. There are lots of AI tools out there. Whether you use ezyCollect or use something else, AI can be incorporated into your day-to-day processes. Make it a habit, especially for the job you're trying to do as an accounts receivables person or a credit manager. There's so much you can do just with email replies. Number two, I was going to actually show you an example, but I won't have time here because you can actually um, say, hey, a customer said to you, for example, I'm having cash flow issues, or hey, I had a problem with my payment system, so I couldn't make payment. You can take that message, put into ChatGPT or into Bard or into any other AI tool and say, write me a reply to this message, be firm but polite. So if you're not using ezyCollect, there are other ways to actually do this. With ezyCollect, we're trying to make it easier because it integrates with your accounting data, as Ricardo said. But we feel that AI should be part of everyone's workflow, whether you use ezyCollect or not. The third one I will quickly show you is you could argue this is early AI, but going into arguably pretty tough economic climate, understanding the risk of your customers is really, really important. Ricardo, you can just flick to the ezyCollect webinar file again and just open up that customer page. One thing I would encourage you guys to just have a look at is if you are an ezyCollect customer, especially around this macroeconomic time, if you just hover over one of that's perfect, that one there, the potential relationship issue. What you've noticed is you can use risk data to start making some predictive um, insights. This is not like AI the way that Ricardo just showed you, but this is using data to give you insights as a very basic level of AI. And what you're looking at here, for example, are customers that may be low risk if you are looking at external data. So in this example, the top two, late payment and failure risk, is the risk of a customer paying late or failing according to external credit reporting data. But this lateness index at the bottom is how we see the customer paying you. You are the supplier. And we're saying, hey, why are they paying you later than they're paying the rest of the market? Maybe there's some issue where you're not a key supplier anymore. And you need to perhaps start calling the customer and prioritize those calls. And you can use the AI tool that Ricardo just showed you to say, hey, this customer's paying other suppliers on time, but is not paying me. How should I communicate with that customer? How should I send an email to that customer? Right. And you can start to incorporate this data with what Ricardo showed you to then target customers more accurately. So Ricardo, I feel you're going to say something.
No, I wasn't. I think, yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot of it is about practice and then incorporating into day to day. I agree, and combining different tools. The more tools you have in your tool set, the more you can effectively, execute the jobs that you need to. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'd love to talk about this and so would Ricardo. 15 minutes has gone really, really quickly. Casey, if you can just launch the poll. If any of you want to see a deeper dive or understand more feel free to get in touch with AJ, it's me. Ricardo's email's there. Um, if you have any questions, just email us and we're happy to get back to you. Want to thank everyone for their time today. Hopefully it wasn't too quick, but that's just a taste on what we're doing at ezyCollect. Thank you very much and have a
Thank you for
good rest of
joining,
the day.
everyone. Yeah, have a good day. It's a pleasure.
Bye bye.